Super Mario 64 is an iconic game, and part of what makes that game so special is its various bosses. There's something so beautiful about early 3D video games, and Mario 64's bosses have a simple charm about them that you just gotta love. But which Mario 64 boss is the best? Well, we're going to find out in this video. So sit back and relax as I rank every boss in Super Mario 64.
So long, Bowser!
So, I didn't even know that Mr. Big Eye was considered a boss until I started making this video, so that automatically gives him the last place on this list. The challenge for this boss fight comes from getting to Mr. Big Eye. You need to use the Vanish Cap and quickly get into this room. Mr. Big Eye is just a bigger version of the Mr. Eye enemy, and you defeat him just like all the others. Just run around him in a circle, and he'll be begging for an optometrist.
So long, Bowser!
Chill Bully is just an ice variant of the regular bully you fight in Lethal Lava Land. There's nothing unique about Chill Bully besides fighting it on an icy floor. It has no special ice powers that make the fight interesting, and you just knock it off the platform like any other bully. It's quite the disappointment.
So long, Bowser!
Big Bully is a little bit more interesting than Chill Bully because you get to fight it twice. The first time you fight Big Bully, it's a similar fight to Chill Bullies, but the second time you fight Big Bully, you need to beat up a bunch of goons before the big boss shows up for a rematch.
So long, Bowser!
The Whomp King is probably the most imposing boss in the game. A giant, angry sleet of rock ready to crush Mario is pretty terrifying until you realize he's nothing more than an oversized pebble. You just butt stomp him 3 times and he'll be reduced to gravel. Although his boss fight is simple, the Whomp King leaves a lasting impression on the player.
So long, Bowser!
Big Boo is relentless. You need to fight this guy 3 times in Big Boo's haunt, and I gotta respect this Phantom's tenacity. I love that you need to hunt down ghosts in order for Big Boo to come out and fight. This level is like a proto-Luigi's Mansion. In order to beat Big Boo, you just need to make sure you're not looking at the giant specter and butt stomp it when it's right about to get you. The hardest part about this boss fight is getting this stupid star on top of the roof.
So long, Bowser!
I just think it's really neat that Wiggler is in Mario 64. That's it. That's why it's so high on the list. The boss fight is pretty basic. You just jump on the worm 3 times and it'll squirm away in shame. Getting to Wiggler is a little tricky, since you need to butt stomp the mountain on the tiny side of the island, and then return to the huge side, and then you'll find a new hole. I feel a little bad about flooding Wiggler's home, but sucks to be a worm, I guess. I also like that the boss fight is foreshadowed in the previous star. You can hear Wiggler above as you try and collect those pesky red coins.
So long, Bowser!
King Bob-omb may be the first boss in the game, but I consider him one of the best. I love his design. A Bob-omb with a mustache is a beautiful thing. I remember having a little trouble with this boss fight when I first played Super Mario 64. Getting behind him to grab him is a little tricky when you're first starting this game. And you gotta respect this king for scolding you when you launch him off the mountain. He demands a fair fight.
So long, Bowser!
You need to fight Bowser 3 times during this game, and he gets progressively more difficult. Spinning Bowser around in a circle is both hilarious and tough. I've been playing this game for over a decade, and I still can't get the timing right. During my live stream for this game, I just close my eyes during the final battle and hope for the best. When you finally see that dastardly dinosaur fly into that last bomb, you feel like a total badass. A great final battle for a great game.
So long, Bowser!
I consider Iroc the best boss in Super Mario 64. The way you access Iroc's tomb is just awesome. You need to stand on the 4 pillars jutting out of shifting sandland, and then part of the pyramid explodes, and then you can finally start battling Iroc. The boss fight is great. You need to punch Iroc's weak spots while dodging his various attacks, and then you better stay attentive or he'll push you off the edge. After a few hits, Iroc goes down and you collect your prize. Although the boss fights in Super Mario 64 are simple, they are always a blast to play. Let me know your ranking in the comments below, and let me know if you agree with my choices. Thanks for watching and take care.